Hello and welcome to my floor. So I just filmed another video because I was just gonna add it on to this video. It was just gonna be really short, but it ended up being about 6 minutes, so I just went ahead and cut it off there, and I'll get 2 videos out of this. If you are new here, hello, welcome to my channel. Make sure you subscribe. I put out videos every Friday. If you are not new here, you might be wondering why I'm on my floor. The only explanation is that the lighting here is better. Okay, so something that has always bugged me is something we're going to talk about today. I'm just going to lay it out on the table now. If you're vegan, cool. I don't care. If you're a vegetarian, cool. I don't care. If you consume meat, cool. I don't care. I mean, truly. My only issue, this used to be with vegetarians, but they were not as bad as vegans have become. It's very clear that veganism has become a trend, because there has never been such a surplus. And I'm not saying necessarily that that's a bad thing, because being a vegan does have good benefits on the environment. You see, vegans eat less meat. It takes a lot of water to produce meat. Specifically beef. Chicken is not so bad. Pork is not so bad. Beef is the big honkin' jerk. And, you know, water shortages and, you know, clean water is technically in short supply on the earth. So, eating no meat at all, or no beef at all, is good. Or, in general, eating less meat in general, specifically less red meat, so beef, is good for you. Okay? And mostly vegans have just recently discovered this, because most people have recently, well, publicly have recently discovered that beef/meat takes a lot of water, and that, you know, water's in short supply, specifically fresh water and all that, you know, stuff. So, recently it's been an environmental thing. Usually it was a whole issue about animal cruelty. There are vegans that get mad at vegetarians. Vegans don't consume any animal product. No milk, no cheese, no honey, no nothing. I mean, beyond that as well. Vegetarians don't consume the actual meat. Sometimes they consume fish. But just like when Catholic people are doing Lent and they give up meat but they still eat fish, I don't get it. No offense to my friend Gwen or anything, I don't get it. But it's fine, whatever. You know? This just happens to be a moral lesson of don't be a jerk. Vegans, I don't care what you do. Don't care what I do. I do consume meat. Lately as in like this year, I've been trying to cut down on meat, but that's actually been really hard because I don't choose the food that comes into this house, but I choose to not eat as much red meat, and that's good enough so far. It's good for the diet anyway, because humans are not supposed to have a ton of red meat, so there's that. Vegans, message for you, if you're an asshole, you're not gonna bully people into being a vegan. That's like when people say, I'm gonna bully you for being fat, and therefore you will be skinny. That's not how this works, okay? Okay, alright? And before anybody gets mad, I'm not fat because I'm not vegan. I've met fat vegans. I've met fat vegetarians. Don't lie to put out your agenda, you idiots. Okay? And yes, I'm calling you idiots. Nice vegans. No, you're not an idiot, because, you know, if you want to, like, come up to somebody and you're just like, you know, this, that, and then someone goes, okay, but, like, I'm still gonna eat meat, you know, or, hey, thanks for telling me, I'll at least choose meat that's been, like, free range, cruelty-free, killed humanely, you know, had a good life, no surge of, like, antibiotics, none of that. Cool, because that's what I do. Okay? Alright. Carry on. If you're an asshole about it, no one's gonna want to listen to you. Okay? Okay. If you are sitting up here, on this platform, or anywhere else in the world, with your hair that is usually bored straight, nice and curly, shit ton of makeup on, wearing clothes that you did not make, you know, you can't make the whole I'm doing it to be environmentally friendly thing anymore, okay? I understand that it's the little things, you know? So, like, I recently bought a couple of reusable straws. I don't use as many plastic straws as I used to. I recycle when I can. I don't really, like, use car washes. I usually let the rain do its thing. I do actually need to go through a car wash, not, like, now, because dust will just gather on my car again, but whatever. You know what I mean, though? Like, you can't just be like, oh, veganism is the only thing you need to do to help the environment. You know, when vegans do the whole, if everybody in the world went vegan right now, all of our environmental problems would be solved. They say all of our environmental problems would be solved. That means water pollution, gone. Air pollution, gone. Water shortage, gone. Deforestation, gone. And those are some examples. And you know what? Some of that would be solved in areas if everybody in the world just went vegan. However, it wouldn't stop big oil from polluting the air, would it not? It wouldn't stop Donald Trump from allowing chemicals to be dumped into clean water that you, so help you God, want to save. You know what I mean? Probably not. You're just angrily typing in the comments below. It is a privilege to go vegan. Everybody always says that it is so easy to go vegan. I look at the stuff to make all this stuff or pre-buy some stuff, which, by the way, if you're buying packets of stuff, you have waste. Okay? It took a truck, transportation, air pollution. You are not being environmentally friendly doing that. So I'm cutting you off there too. Okay? Alright. In third world countries, they still have to use little stoves. They still have to use wood to burn, cook their meat, and that is the only way they can really get their protein. I mean, they can't just eat some berries and just be done with it. They need to have some meat. That's how they will survive. You telling me that you're just gonna take all of that away from them? No. And you know what? It kind of sucks because you're sitting back and you're like, I really don't like that they chop down trees for their wood. But that's just what they have to do. You know, we were allowed to do it at some point. We can't, like, there's no alternatives for them right now. So this is what they have to do. Okay? You know, like, you have to have a certain amount of balance. If everybody went meatless Mondays, or everybody cut back on their meat, and then, you know, the people who want to be full vegan, sure. You know, that would be a great world. You know what I mean? But it's just not possible. This generation and the younger ones are doing better at this stuff. We really are. Statistically, we are. And that's great. The issue will help decrease itself. You know, people will, for health reasons, do it. People for environmental reasons, for moral reasons, or people will just decide to do it because they want to have diet variation. You know? Let people be people, okay? Don't be an asshole about it. There are two things I want to talk about next. I learned recently that there is some weird, I don't want to call it a disease because it's not like you could catch it. It's just something people, I guess, are born with. And the only thing that really helped, besides medication, is, like, to help with, like, some sort of deficiency, they end up having to eat meat. And, like, sometimes pills don't work. I can't remember what it is. If I figure it out, I will let you know. But I assume it's probably something similar to anemia. So, like, for example, I'm anemic. And even if I eat meat, though, for me personally, I still am, like, really tired and stuff. So, you know, the solution is pills, but those made me sick. So I flushed them down the toilet, and then I just decided, you know what, I'll just be tired. I assume it's something like that, but like pills don't work for them, so they end up having to, they end up having to consume meat. Alright, are you gonna tell them that they're wrong? And maybe, you know, they should just suck it up and use the pills? You best not. You best not. This other thing is gonna blow your mind, but it also won't. So, in high school in botany, I learned something really cool. Maybe I'll ask my high school teacher who taught botany if she can find this article, and I will give it to you. Are you ready for this? Context. Vegans always say, life, no matter how small, is precious. Which, first of all, head lice, mosquitoes, flies that bite the shit out of you when it's humid and ready to fucking rain? I don't think so. They have technically a purpose, but like, you know, mosquitoes are in a wide range right now because climate change. They're getting good range, so you know, there's that. Plants are living things. Plants are living things. And I know what you're thinking, vegans, if you haven't already said it down below. Bitch. Fat, ugly bitch. It's not the same thing. Alright? Plants can't feel pain. And you're actually wrong. You see, there are plants, and if you think about it, it makes sense, that can feel themselves being eaten. That can feel themselves in danger. There are plants that have defense mechanisms, so that when they're being eaten, they might secrete something, they might do something in general to get the predator away from them. Grass, you know, when you cut your grass, which vegans, I assume you don't cut your grass because you'd be hurting a living thing. When you cut your grass, that awesome smell that we all know and love, even if we're allergy prone, that is actually grass sending out signals to other bits of grass. Just like, oh my god, this thing just happened. Prepare yourself. Help yourself if you can. Plants, certain plants at least, can tell when they are being eaten. They can tell when they're being harmed. They can tell when they're being, I don't want to say picked, because I don't want you to think that, you know, if you pluck a carrot from the ground, it's silently screaming, oh my god, you know? I mean, imagine if you will, but no. I'm pretty sure those plants that I mentioned, that I'm thinking of from the article, are eaten. Some of them are. Some of them aren't, you know. The thing is, don't be an asshole vegan. Okay? Don't be an asshole vegan. Unless you're a bitch-ass YouTuber like Sorsha, Freely the Banana Bitch, I mean Freely the Banana Girl, Leafy, and those are just the three on top of my head, and I don't even want to explore it. Y'all are bitches. If you want to educate people a little bit about veganism, don't be an asshole. Okay? Okay. Don't think that you're like God or something just because you're vegan. If you are sitting there and you're like,
you know, I'm vegan for the environmental issues, and if you're not vegan, you're a horrible human being, and you clearly hate animals, and you're ugly, and you're fat, and blah, blah, blah.
But you're sitting there on your computer, sitting in your fucking air conditioning, and you think that you are superior just because you're vegan. No. You can think, okay, I'm a little bit better than other people because I don't contribute to this issue. Just like I say, well, you know, like I recycle and I use reusable straws and some other things. You know, I'm at least better than people who don't do anything at all. Sure. But you aren't the end-all to end-all, okay? Oh. But before I sign off, some popular vegan things that they eat. For example, almonds are actually bad for the environment, and you're about to get mad at me because you're like, the environment didn't make something bad for itself. Which, sure, true, but also not true. Almonds, for one almond to be hydrated, in a sense, it takes like a gallon of water. for one almond. Eating almonds contributes to water shortages. If you love almonds, if you preach about water shortages and that's why you don't eat beef, you're a hypocrite. Because almonds take a shit ton of water. When California had that drought, a lot of their almonds disappeared because they take so much water. Yeah, almonds are bad for the environment, in a sense, you know? So is cotton. So be wary, even organic cotton, because it takes a lot of water to grow cotton. So,
life and death and love and
hold
birth
on.
and peace and
I just
war on the
ruined your
planet
life,
Earth.
I guess.
Is there anything
clearly
that's
didn't like
worth
that
more than
video.
peace and love on the planet Earth? Whoa, come on and sing it with me.
Sing?
The words relate to